Everybody say it with me. Sing along, goddammit, sing along. Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum. Carolina Panthers, man, get their second win of the fucking season. Hey, man, look. On the day that it was rainy, it was ugly, it was cold outside, it was every goddamn thing under the fucking sun, man. This team found a way to prevail, man. You got to give this coaching staff, Tabor, Thomas Brown, you got to give this football team, man, credit for not giving up, bro. Like they could have came into this fucking game and said, "Why even play? Why even come in this motherfucking? We don't have anything to fight for. Why do we come in here and try to play a tough, gritty game?" And they could have laid the fuck down, but they didn't do it, man. Look, y'all already know what time it is, man. Big fucking wave in the buildings, man. We are live as always after the Panthers game, man. Every fucking Sunday for the remainder of the damn season. The Carolina Panthers beat the Atlanta Falcons 9-7, man. It was an ugly fucking football game. I'm not gonna lie to you, but hold on, y'all. Let me take my shot right quick. Let me go ahead and take my shot because I got some shit to talk to these Atlanta Falcons fans. And it's a certain Atlanta Falcon fan who I know he watching this show right now, and I've got something to say to him. Let me take this shot, man. Look, 2 tears in the bucket. Fuck it. Ah! Woo! This team has no clue about how to scheme off the run. Shout out to Jamie Harrison, man. Everybody in the fucking building. Jerome Castro, man. Y'all already know what time it is. Big motherfucking ways, man. Victory. We actually got some shit to talk about. Like positive shit. We actually fucking won a game. Second goddamn way. Bryce, maybe. Bryce Young showed y'all on that last drive. He is our quarterback, bro. I said this shit last week. When everybody last week was wanting to talk the shit about it, Bryce Young, you saw today, he had protection. With protection, he was able to make some throws. And shout out to the wide receiving core, man. Look, DJ Shark made a hell of a fucking catch over there on the sideline. Mingo came up with a big fucking catch, too. Man, look. All I can say is this. Omar, don't try to come on. Omar is quick to motherfucking discredit Bryce Young. Eddie defense, shout out to Chuba Hubbard. No, Bryce Young had to drive all the way from his own territory on that last drive down the motherfucking field, man. So, let me go ahead and goddamn talk to a certain motherfucking Atlanta Falcons fan. Y'all don't know him, but I know this motherfucker personally. He won't even answer my calls right now. Because in week one, when they beat us, he was talking big boy shit. He was, oh man, the Falcons. The fucking Falcons are who we thought they were. A trash ass fucking football team. They're trash, just like damn near everybody in the NFC South right now. Defense got 2 turnovers. Eddie scored all 9 points. Hey, look, Omar, Bryce Young had to come and drive that man down the field to get in position to win the motherfucking game. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Give the quarterback some credit, man. He played well today. Did not turn the ball over at all today. Made the throws. Took what the defense was giving him, man. The game plan actually today was a good game script. Obviously, playing in these rain kind of conditions, you wanted to see running the ball heavy. You wanted to see goddamn short intermediate throws. And Bryce Young, what did I tell y'all about his strength is his game? His best strength of his game is when he is on the move. He makes the best throws when he is on the move. You have to get Bryce Young in the move. But let me talk to this Falcon fan. This motherfucker was talking shit and saying the Falcons was going to win the division. Now they're sitting right now at 6-8, 2 games behind, the division leader. They're not going to make the playoffs. He was also sitting up here saying, hey, man, we was this and that in the third. They just lost to a 1-12 team, bro. I'm sorry. Anybody that lose to the Panthers, you're trash. That's just what it is. If you lose to the Carolina Panthers, you're absolutely a horrible football team. And the Atlanta Falcons have proven exactly what everybody thought they were, a horrible football team. They don't have a quarterback. Desmond Ridder is probably the worst quarterback in the NFL. I want to go ahead and say that. You don't want me to put up all the blame on him, but give him all the credit. No, I'm not saying give him all the credit. Obviously, this was a complete team win today. How about Marset or whatever the damn wide receiver is, number 11, Smith Marset, whatever his name is, in the game that he had today? He had a hell of a fucking game today. You got to find ways to get him the ball, man, a lot more because he right now he's looking like our most electric player on the offensive side of the ball. I was glad to see the fight in this team they had today. Hopefully, gives Young some motivation. Hey, shout out to Saloon in the building, man. Hey, look, you absolutely right, man. This team showed a lot of grit and fight today. They could have easily came in here and laid down. They're not playing for anything. It was a rainy game. It was cold conditions. I'm here in Charlotte. It is a ugly fucking day, guys. It's been raining since about 5 a.m. this morning, and they came in there and played a hell of a game. So, the Carolina Panthers, man, 2 wins. 2 fucking wins. Desmond Ridder won't start nowhere else in the NFL. Yeah, he's fucking sorry. He's sorry. And I'm going to tell you something, too. Bijan Robinson cost them the game today. That fumble he cost in their own territory. Bijan Robinson is trash, too. I want to go ahead and say that. Shout out to Calais Campbell, though, man. Calais Campbell balled the fuck out today for them. I want to give credit. 2 wins is the same exact way. Look, hey, Omar, 100% agree, man. Look, nobody's sitting up here, man, saying that this win is a big fucking deal. But at the same time, man, it's good to see a team still competing and fighting. At 1-12, you have absolutely nothing to go out there and play for. Why go out there and play hard? It's only 3-4 games left in the season. This team came back and battled in a tough fucking game. A tough fucking game. I guess this game going to turn your season around. Hey, look, this Falcon fan that I'm talking to, man, he is a motherfucking hater, bro. He is a motherfucking hater. No, it's not going to turn my season around, but it shuts you the fuck up. It shuts you the fuck up. Because what can you say now? We beat y'all. It's the same shit every fucking year. Oh, man, the Panthers are this and the Panthers are this. You know what I'm saying? With your uncle voice, the Panthers is this. I can't stand fucking Falcons fan, man. Tommy Banks in the building. Tommy Banks is who I'm talking to. Tommy motherfucking Banks is who I'm talking to. This motherfucker has been talking shit all year long, YouTube Nation, about the Panthers, saying that we ain't this and we ain't that. And guess what? The Falcons go down to them again, like every season. Man, get the fuck. We about to kick this motherfucker out of the chat, man. We don't even want that motherfucker in here, man. That motherfucker, goddamn, he just be talking all year. Lost to the 1-12 Carolina Panthers, man. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all already know what fucking time it is. Hey, look. Victory motherfucking Sunday, man. Y'all be the team led by trash ass Desmond. I don't want to hear that shit, man, that you talking now about this team led by Desmond. Hey, Desmond Ridder was going to take you to the playoffs just 2 weeks ago. I don't want to hear that shit, man. Y'all fucking suck. Your coach is ass. Your quarterback is ass. The defense is not as good as it was. Y'all are fucking terrible. Y'all fucked up when you drafted Bijan Robinson. He is a bum. Bijan is a fucking bum. I saw it today. I see why Tyler Algier is getting all of the carries because that motherfucker is a bum. Under 500 team. Hell yeah, I'm fucking happy. I'm happy because we beat y'all. We beat y'all, the Falcons. That's why I'm happy because we beat y'all. If we was going to beat anybody the rest of this season, I'm glad it came against the Atlanta Falcons. That's all I got to say, man. I ain't addressing you no more. Get the fuck out of my chat, man. Hey, shout out to everybody that's in here, man. Look. Cash App is scrolling across the screen, man. Listen, $1 donos is all I'm asking for everybody today. Send your boy a buck. That's all that we asking for today. We making good points. You fucking with Life is Just a Way podcast. Any donation, man, is greatly appreciated. We ain't gonna put no pressure on anybody to do anything. If you're new to the channel, first time coming through, make sure you fucking like and subscribe. God damn, hold on, man. I'm so turned up. Let me get some water right quick. Happy holidays to everybody out there, man. Y'all see me with my Panthers motherfucking Christmas hat on. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Hey, so my quarterback showed y'all today that if he gets time and you get him some weapons, you get him T. Higgins, you get him some better protection, you are going to see what the fuck my quarterback can do. Tommy, you so salty, boy. You just lost to the worst team in the NFL. Shut the fuck up. That's what I'm saying. Thank you. Please. Let me go ahead and say you can't say nothing. You just lost to the worst team in the NFL. Atlanta Falcon fan in this motherfucker. But back to all talking about my quarterback, man. I'm about to drop the link in there too. You know, saying everybody can pull up to the channel, man. Whoever want to fucking pull up to the channel. Look, We look, the Bryce Young showed me on that last drive. Last fucking drive. He had time to throw the fucking ball. He had protection. The guys were getting open. You know, the play calling was a little bit more catered to his playing style. Bruh, my quarterback is going to be fine. Bryce Young is going to be okay, bro. Bryce showed you on that last drive what he is capable of. If you do not believe in Bryce, believe in it now. Shout out to Regime, man, for the cash out. Regime in the motherfucking building. Shout out to Regime for the cash out, man. I'm about to read it right quick. What Regime say? Damn, where is it? Okay, right here. Shout out to Regime. Appreciate the cash out. He said they ain't ready for that weather. F the Pigeons. That's what I'm saying, but that weather was fucking ugly. You had to give props to this team. Bryce Young showed resiliency today, man. Look, early in the game, we was unable to move the fucking ball. Again, we were not able to put any fucking touchdowns on it, but we ain't been able to do that shit all goddamn year, right? But you got to give that man credit from driving from his own fucking territory all the way to the other friend to put us in field goal range to win that fucking game. That last drive was all Bryce Young. Chuba Hubbard made some big runs. He's been doing that all fucking season, but Bryce took us down the field and put us in position to win that game. Right? Obviously, the field goal was only going to win it. We didn't need to score, but I think that if we had to go in there and score, we would have scored a touchdown right there. It's time to start believing in Bryce Young, man. He is our fucking quarterback, bro. He is our quarterback. I can see now, man, of how scary that he can be. Did anybody see the sidearm throw that he made? The sidearm throw. And actually, the Falcons have been one of the better defenses in the NFL. Starting at the 1 yard line, and Bryce made the plays to win the game. Shout out to Everyday Gaming for making that fucking point. That's what I'm saying. Somebody tell Omar Tillman that. Omar's my boy, but please let him know that Bryce Young made the fucking plays for us to win this game. He drove down the field with poise. You didn't see him get rattled. The moment wasn't too big. In an empty fucking stadium, there was nobody at the game. I don't know if y'all saw it. Nobody was at that fucking game. That stadium was fucking empty, man. The Panther fans did not show up. And those tickets, you could have got those tickets, buy one, get one free for 45 cents. And nobody still was at that game. That fucking stadium was empty as hell. So I'm telling you, he's ass. Y'all missed on CJ. CJ right now is at home. He's healing. My quarterback done took 10 times more worse hits than CJ Stroud, and CJ still out with a fucking concussion. My quarterback is durable, and he's taking way more of a beating than CJ Stroud has. But no, he was a smaller quarterback. You know, CJ Stroud is the future. He's a bigger quarterback. My quarterback shows you every fucking week this man gets pummeled. He gets fucking pummeled, and he still pops up. He still pops up. He ain't out with no concussions like CJ Stroud is. He out with a fucking concussion. My quarterback is durable. Bryce made a key fourth down conversion, and it was only 120 people at the game. Everyday Gaming, you are absolutely correct, bro. It was only 120 people, maybe. To me, it looked more like 100. They didn't show up because they know y'all ass, the podcaster we listening to, ain't even show up to his own team game. Why the fuck would I go to the game? I can sit at home and watch these motherfuckers for free and lose. I don't need to go to the game. We 1-12. What I'm gonna go to the game for? I'm gonna spend money to go to the game, sit out in the rain, get soaking wet when I can sit from the comforts of my own home in my own robe, warm as hell, watching the motherfucking Panthers play on TV on my 70-inch TV. I didn't need to go to the goddamn game. I can support them right here from the house. So again, give Bryce Young his fucking credit, bro. He made the plays necessary for us to win the game today. That's what our quarterback did. Our defense was our defense. We shut their fucking run game down. Our defense, listen, if we had any type of offense that was capable of producing touchdowns with the defense that we have, we will be winning the NFC South right now. Bro, our defense right now is top 4 overall right now in the NFL. Top 4. A top 4 defense right now in the NFL. Go and look it up for yourself. We got a top 4 defense, but with the 30th ranked offense in the NFL. We can't score points. Imagine if we had some type of offense. If we was able to go and get 3 touchdowns a game, dog, we will be winning the NFC South because every other team in this division is trash. Yeah, the Saints and the Bucks is going to win the division. Baker Mayfield is going to win the division. Baker Mayfield is going to win the fucking division. He's going to win the division. Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to win the NFC South. That is unfucking believable. I still can't believe it to this fucking day that they're about to fucking win the NFC South. Shout out to Chris Tabor, man, getting his first fucking win. You know, right now we're sitting at 2-12. I think now we're tied. Are we tied? Are we still the worst team in the NFL? Somebody let me know. Are we still the worst team in the NFL? We still got the worst record? Let's take a look. Yeah, I think we're still the worst team in the NFL. Not going off topic, but with the top defense due, we still re-sign Burns. No, I don't think we re-sign Burns. Brian Burns have not done anything this season. He really hasn't. If you really sit back and think about it, Brian Burns really hasn't done much this season. I think he only has about 6 sacks on the year. He only has 6 sacks. We're talking about through 15 weeks. He only has 6 sacks. Right now it's looking like that he's not even going to top double-digit sacks this season. So I just don't understand paying him X amount of dollars. Why do you pay him so much money? It's no point. So again, why do you pay Brian Burns? Because you're going to have to pay him big money at the end of the season. If not, you're going to franchise tag him for 1 year and probably going to be paying him north of $20 million for this upcoming season. There's no point. There's no fucking point. There's no point of doing that. No point at all. Brian Burns hasn't done shit all season. I'm dehydrated like a motherfucker. Hey, so why you going so hard about them when you know they ass? My point exactly. What you mean? Bruh, my team done won 2 fucking games. I'm only going hard because you are a Falcons fan. That's the only reason why I'm going hard. Because you are a Falcons fan. Let me pull these boys up. Here we go. We got nigga motherfucking nation in the building. Nigga nation. What's good with it?
Natural, intellectual, go-getting achievers is in the building. How you doing, brother? Nigga Nation.
Nigga nation. We got a motherfucking win today, nigga nation. How does it feel?
I feel good. That's 2 game-winning drives Bryce got under his belt. The weather crazy out there. He made plays when it count. Other than that, he ain't throw no interception. Shout out to the defense. The defense looked pretty good, and we just got to win, bro. Ain't no really complaints. Even though it really don't matter or count at this time, at the end of the day, we still got to win. I ain't heard that little Carolina bullshit song since when?
Listen, that stadium was so quiet. I heard the song from my house. But it was nobody at that game.
I don't think I would be at that game either, Stan. Ways if I got damn, ain't no way. It's no way. It's cold, it's windy, it's raining. I ain't doing it. Ain't happening. But overall, man, like I said, they did pretty good, man. Like I said, week in and week out, shout out to Chuba Hubbard.
Hubbard is balling.
He's our future running back. People just don't have to get on board with that. We already got Sanders under contract, unfortunately. So I can see Sanders possibly, if whoever the new coach is, if he don't get in line with this new system, bro, it's over. But shout out to Chuba, man. Chuba been doing his thing, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, man. For about Miles Sanders, I just don't think this offense is set up for his game, his style of play. Like he's a running back, man, where the offensive scheme has to allow him to get and create space. and I just don't think that we do that for him.
Yeah,
So I don't think that Miles Sanders. I think he's a product of our scheme, and his play down play is a product of what we run, as opposed to it's just his skill set, man. Because you saw when he has a decent offensive line, and in the scheme that Philly was running, he has some success, man. We got Big Bro back on the channel, man. It's been a while.
yeah,
Big Bro,
yeah,
what's
man.
good with it?
What's up? What's up, man? Has been a while. I know due to other obligations I had, man, at the time, but I ain't been on, but I had to come on today, and I'm glad to be back. But the piggyback off what you said, ways. Well, first off, great win today, Panthers Nation. I'm excited. I'm pumped up because I said this. I think it was on Thursday. It might have been Friday. I posted on my Facebook. I felt like we was gonna get a win there. I said this last week too against the Saints, and I was wrong. But I said it this week, but we actually executed. But anyway, the Miles Sanders thing. You absolutely right. Look, Miles Sanders. First of all, he needs a line in order to be successful. Also, um, he's more so a back that you use in space, like you mentioned as well. You put him on the wing. He run off tackle. He can't really run between the tackles. That's not his game plan. So our scheme, our current scheme, this is why Miles Sanders hasn't been effective all year. That's why Chu was more effective because we're a downhill running team. Meaning we run through the tackles. Chu was a hard runner through the tackles. That's been the Panthers' history. Um, uh, Forever. And then when McCaffrey was here, you could go back and see we used him out, on different things. We would line him up and went go outside tackle. McCaffrey, he can't run through the tackles because he just that talent. But Miles Sanders, he was a product of Philly's offense last year. They had a great offense, great offensive line. They had so many weapons, so you ain't really had to dial in on Sanders, and they was running a three running back system to piggyback off of that. Secondly, man, guys, if those Panthers fans are still on with us, today I see, man, for all the Bryce haters, I see, man, Bryce Young. I don't know what Zach Stacks was, but man, you go back to the last drive when the dude has a pocket. I mean, I'm all game. I'm really say all game. When the dude has a pocket in time and receivers actually can get open and make plays for him, man, the dude looks really good.
He does,
He,
man.
he look yeah, he looks really good, man. I mean, you can't there's nothing if you watch the whole game and seen that like the pocket, the times that he was to make some throws downfields to those guys, Mingo and creating plays, that's what Bryce did at Alabama. And so the talent is there, the IQ is there, but you know, 9 times out of 10 all season, he ain't had no time. But we seen today, so that's why I'm excited and I'm pumped up because yeah, I mean, this win don't mean. I mean, well, it means something to me. But as far as get to the playoffs and that, because I'm thinking about next year and years beyond when it comes to the Panthers. It ain't this year's over. We know that, but we got some hope to say. Well, okay, when we add some pieces, get the offensive line straight, what the future can be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was an ugly game. We knew that the weather was bad. It was gonna be a run heavy game, but Bryce made some plays today.
Man, he
That
led a
that
drive from his own 1 yard line down to
yes,
put us
sir.
in field goal range, man.
Yeah, and he
Like you,
went.
you
He was 5 for 5 or 6 for 6 on that drive, something like
right.
that. Yeah. So,
Come
so you
on,
got
give that man his props.
you got to man. Again, has it been pretty like C.J. Stroud all season? No, it hasn't. But that just lets you know what the future can look like with Bryce at quarterback. Once we get this team the way we need to be. Right now, we ain't there, but that's why I'm pumped up. I'm excited. Because I seen some things today. We won by a field goal. I'm happy. Listen, man, today it showed what we thought. It showed today what we thought this team could be this season. As far as again, it wasn't a great offensive show or something that we can harp on, but there was some signs there, man, that we can be. We gonna be good. In the future, man.
And I got to 100% agree with that, man. Like, listen, I saw today on that last drive, and really I saw it last week, man. Bryce Young, you got to remember and give him more credit. Listen, the Falcons defense has been one of the better defenses in the NFL this season. If you ain't been watching it, man, their defense is actually solid. Jesse Bates, he's argued, man, you could put him, he probably in the defensive player of the year conversation. You know what I'm saying, with his play this year. So it wasn't like he was going against, yes, the Falcons are a bad team overall, but Bryce Young showed composure, man, in his game, and it's showing more and more each week. Each week, you can see that he's growing more and more confident as he's able to get protection, as he with the weapons that we had. This game was the best I've ever seen our wide receiving core look all season, outside of Adam Thielen.
Yeah.
DJ Shark was actually able to get fucking open. Mingo came up with some big catches today. This was the best help that I've ever seen Bryce Young had all season long. And we still didn't get in the end zone. I know the numbers, man, don't show it, but when you're a bad football team, you got to think about, man, the things that you can kind of go off of and what you can take going forward. And for
And
what
that
I
was a
saw
rain
today,
game too.
yeah, and this was a rain game. Bryce Young, man, it's one throw that I want to go back to, man, on that last drive, and it was that side arm throw, man, that he threw to it was like either the Chuba Hubbard, man, or Tommy Trimble. What somebody checked it down to on the right. That side arm throw,
It was either Chuba or it was Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders. I think it was the Miles Sanders that check down throw that he threw side arm to him, man.
Yeah, it was
Those
That
kind
Miles.
of,
was Miles
Yeah,
Sanders.
yeah,
that
to
was
Miles.
Miles.
Yeah, to Miles Sanders. Those the kind of fucking plays that you want to see your quarterback make, man, because he actually had time today. And then we already know what his escapability like, man. Bryce Young can escape the fucking pocket. He got vision where he's able to get out of the pocket, man, when things break down. But as you saw today, man, when the line gives him some time to throw the fucking ball, and if somebody gets fucking open, get this man a number one wide receiver. Bryce Young is going to be a good quarterback, man. I'm sold
Uh,
on it, man. I'm
my
sold on
favorite
it.
play was the
Tommy
DJ
Banks is
Shark
hating like
play.
a motherfucker in the chat. He's hating like a motherfucker in the chat, man. That's a Falcon fan, man. He's a fucking hater. The
Hey,
Buffalo
listen,
Bills,
yeah,
the
it's all
Bills are
right.
about to
Let
beat
them
they
hate.
about to beat the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah,
Nah,
I got the Bills.
they gonna choke it away. Cause Josh Allen's gonna throw about 3-4 picks. That's
Now
gonna
they at
cost them
home,
this
man. The
game.
Bills play
Yeah,
different
Bills at
at
home.
home.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dallas ain't used to playing in these elements, man. You know, they undefeated at
y'all
home
must
for a
ain't
reason.
see the Bills. You must ain't seen Josh Allen. He gonna
No,
throw a
I
couple picks
have.
to all. They've been losing at home for the most part. They've won probably
Yeah, but
I
they
think
desperate
more
though,
at home.
man. You got to remember they backs against the
Yeah,
wall, man. They on the verge of missing the playoffs like completely. So
Yeah.
this
they
game
are
mean
gonna
more
miss
to
the
them.
playoffs.
Dallas with the Falcons losing today, Dallas already clinched a spot in the postseason. So with us beating the Falcons today, Dallas has clinched a spot in the postseason. This game mean more for Buffalo than it does for the Cowboys, man. Buffalo go win this shit.
I would think
um,
so.
so we got Christian, man. Christian, man, let's get your takes, man, on this game. I want to hear how you feel, man.
I like the game today. I mean, I like what we were doing defensively. I mean, we're like top 10 defensively. I mean, the Panthers, the Bucks, and the Saints. When it comes to defense, they're in the like top 15. Even all the defenses in the NFC South. This been the offense has been trash in our division. Quarterback
Hey,
play.
except for
That's
the Bucks, man. Hey,
well, the
Baker Mayfield
Bucks.
threw 4 touchdowns today. He
Well,
balling out
yeah. I
there, man. You got
mean,
to give Baker his credit.
he's been a game manager. I mean, this year, and he's been put in the right situation this year. But I think the Bucks still need a quarterback if they're gonna try to get a Super Bowl. I think if they had a quarterback this year, they would have definitely went. But I like what I saw from Bryce. Bryce did an incredible job today. I mean, he's working with what he's working with. It's all right, Bryce. T. Higgins will be your new number one target next season.
Yeah, I think
If
so too.
anybody says he's not, I'll tell you straight up, and this is straight up facts. You ain't gotta ask nobody. The Bengals are not bringing back T. Higgins. They don't have enough money to pay T. Higgins. Plus,
Right.
Jamar Chase's contract.
Right.
They're picking up his 5th-year option next year. Then they're gonna pay
Yep.
him. So they cannot pay him. They're not. They're gonna let T. Higgins go, and T. Higgins will be here. And also to another wide receiver that
Did
may
you see the
be here.
play? Did
That's
you
a
see the play
sleeper.
that T. Higgins made yesterday, man? to
Yes,
win
he
that fucking game,
single-handedly
bro.
won them the game.
He
Yes,
single-handedly won him the game, man. T. Higgins is a legit bona fide #1 wide receiver,
T.
bro.
Higgins is the best wide
Although
receiver on his team, and
although although I would like T. Higgins, we cannot let Kansas City snatch him up. I heard it's been a little early talks.
they don't
Kansas
have
City,
enough money for him.
man, they can make some money. It's
Yeah,
No,
I
always a
think for
will
the
to work.
Chiefs, I
no, they
think
don't
for the
have
Chiefs,
enough
they go
cap
get
space.
So
they
this
the
is what I
Chiefs.
think. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say for the Chiefs, man, I don't really see them spending, high dollar money on a big #1 wide receiver. They never really have done that. Hence why they let Tyreek Hill walk, and they really didn't bring in a lot this past offseason. They probably going to get some like the top secondary wide receiver and something like that. Maybe draft another wide receiver in the
Troy
draft. But
Franklin.
yeah, I don't see them getting T. Higgins or something like that. Because T. Higgins is going to want to get paid like a #1 wide receiver, man. And I don't see the Chiefs doing it. They never pay wide receivers that kind of money.
Yeah, I mean, I think first off, what I'm saying, we're gonna have a pretty good favorable cap number this year. Money to spend, and the cap's gonna go up. So right now, and just me and Wade's just talking amongst ourselves, man. The Panthers, right? We're gonna have to get this team where we want it to be by throwing money at these guys. So the T Higgins situation, we can offer him the most. Me looking at the numbers of the other team as far as now whether he wanted to come here, I don't know. But we got to throw the bag at him,
Money
to get.
talks.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I mean, of course he can go to Kansas City or go to a winning team, but they're not gonna be able to offer him as much as we
But
can
where
throw
did
at
T.
him.
Higgins go? He went
That's
to
that sounds good, but
Clemson.
who's making them calls? Because we don't even know about Scott
Well, our
Fitterer.
owner is already behind the
Well,
scene. The report came out yesterday that David Tepper met with Ben Johnson's agent at the owner meetings this past week. He was talking to Ben Johnson's agent during the week. If y'all didn't see the reports, it came out
Yeah.
yesterday. David Tepper had meetings with Ben Johnson's agent at the owner meetings this past week. He's already telling him that whatever the number it is you want Ben Johnson is go that you want for him to come and coach this team, Ben Johnson is going to be the next head coach of the Carolina Panthers. They're
I would say,
Yep.
already Tepper's
I would,
already talking to him about it, man. It's to me
Yep.
from
And he's
another
gonna
report,
hire the GM too.
another
He's gonna
source,
hire his GM.
another source that I heard is that they're going to fire Scott Fitterer and allow Ben Johnson to pick who he wants as the GM.
huh?
Ben Johnson is going to be the next coach of the Carolina Panthers. You can go
Yep.
ahead and stamp
I'm
it
gonna
right
say,
now.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. And you might be right. This is my take on it. I think that, and again, just do like if Ben Johnson, because guys, we got to realize it's gonna be several openings in the NFL, right? Head coaches.
Money talks.
Now,
Can't
no
nobody offer
money.
the bag like Tepper can offer the bag.
No,
Yeah. Nah.
money does talk, but this is what I'm saying though. You got to also look at this. It's gonna be 7 openings where it's teams that's got a better roster than us right now,
You
right?
said 7 openings?
I
No.
predict at least 7 openings.
Seven,
It's
eight
gonna be
openers.
set. It's gonna be
Okay,
Yeah,
seven.
let's
But
head
I
see.
can
coaches.
already. I can tell
Let's
you
write
where the
them down.
coaches
Let's
are
let's talk
going.
about it. So the openings right now are the
The
Raiders.
Chicago Bears is gonna fire their coach. They're
The
gonna
I
Raiders
don't
hire
think
right
Eric
now,
so.
you got
Bieniemy.
the
I don't think
Chargers.
the Bears are going to fire their coach. I think they're going to give Eberflus one more year. I
Listen
don't
to
think
me.
that. Yeah,
No,
so
So
we got the
they said
Raiders
they
right now who need a coach.
we got the Chargers.
The Chargers.
The Commanders.
Yeah, Ron Rivera will be gone. They've already
So
said
it
that he's going to be
and
fired.
then
They
let's go
said
to the
Commanders
look, let's go to the
the
NFC,
Patriots.
NFC South,
and
NFC South.
Panthers.
So we got the Panthers right now.
Only 4 teams need a coach at this exact moment.
No, listen to me. That's what I'm saying. The end of the season ain't get. But look, NFC South, depending on who wins the division. So either the Arthur Smith is on the line
No, they
for
already
his
said Arthur
job.
Smith is safe. They already came out
Oh,
and said
Arthur
okay.
that.
Smith is safe.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
Arthur
said
Smith
Arthur
said
Smith
okay.
is safe. Yep.
Dennis Allen is safe as
So
well
then I'm
too.
gonna say
He's not
Todd
getting
Bowles.
fired.
So depending on if the Bucks don't win, if the Bucks don't win,
They gonna
Todd
win the
Bowles,
division, man. They're gonna win
huh?
the
Todd
division.
Bowles is not getting
Yeah.
fired. They're not gonna
Nah, he not
fire
gonna get
Todd
fired. I
You
Bowles.
don't
don't
think
see that.
so?
That
Okay.
I
nobody,
don't think so.
everybody
I
in
don't think he
NFC.
will.
I can name you the teams right now. It's gonna be us, the Chargers, the Bears. They're gonna fire their coach. The
I don't
Patriots.
think so.
They're No, I'm saying no. They said this on rumblings that the Bears are going to fire their coach because they have been putting out that Eric Bieniemy is going to go to the Bears because what's your boy Bill Belichick? He's going to go to the Commanders. So that's a ripple effect because Bill Belichick is going to get fired from New England. New England is up there. The
So
Raiders,
I'll put
I
the
believe
Patriots
they're
here.
going to. So the Raiders as well. That's 6 teams because the Raiders will, but I think they already have their coach. And 7, I believe. What's the team? Oh my gosh, why am I forgetting the team? It's one other team. I can't think of it right now.
So
The Titans. The Titans, because Vrabel's on the
Mike
hot seat.
Vrabel, yeah,
Vrabel's on.
I
He's
can
on the
see
hot
Vrabel
seat.
getting gone.
He's on
I
the
can
hot seat.
I can see Vrabel possibly getting gone, but at the same time, I don't know though. I really don't know.
My bad. And the Bills coach, the Bills.
Oh,
He's
now
on the hot
McDermott
Yeah.
not
seat.
going. They already said he's safe. They already said McDermott's safe. They already came out. They already
Okay. If
said
they
he's
don't
safe.
make the playoffs, there's your
Yeah.
answer.
Now
So
if
that's what I'm saying. Back to the Ben Johnson tape. It's at least we know right now at least 6 or 7 head coaching opportunities, right? So the thing is this: I would love for Ben Johnson to be the coach, but also as a coach, like he did, okay, what's the best situation? He may not want to come in. Tampa may throw him all the money. He may not want. He might look at the Chargers job because that Chargers job is an attractive job. You know, you got
No,
some
no,
pieces.
it's not really attractive because they still are
I'm a
keeping Kellen Moore. And Kellen Moore and Ben Johnson
nah. He
they
not
will
gonna.
not work.
Kellen Moore not gonna be there. Trust me, he gonna get
No,
fired at this year.
they said they're keeping Kellen Moore.
they might
Oh,
They
actually
said
promote Kellen Moore the head coach. He might
right.
be
I
the
They're
I
coach.
don't know,
right.
man.
No,
It does
they're
be
keeping Kellen Moore. No, they're not firing Kellen Moore,
because
bro. They're
they've been
keeping him.
struggling
That's what
on
they
offense
said.
though. He been the offensive coordinator.
Right,
Yeah,
but they said they're keeping him because they already paid him for the next. They paid him a big contract for the next
Okay,
3 years. They're
okay,
keeping
so
him.
okay, so if they keep him, but what I'm saying is this: they got talking about roster wise. You know,
yeah, they
from a
got a lot of
head
talent.
coach's standpoint, compared to us at this level, you know, at this point, would I go over here to go, you know, take the money, or I'm going where I got a chance to, and then especially with the owner history, do what better job I'm gonna be successful at? You know,
Man, look,
got a
But no,
potential. So that's what I'm
but the
saying. But
Panthers' job is more attractive than the Chargers because you know why it is because
it's a blank canvas.
There's a flexibility with the Panthers. The Chargers, they're stuck with all the 5. They're stuck with 6 players with major contracts for the next 4 years. So their whole deep. So there's if you want to make a
they're
move,
young though.
you
They're young
no
though.
no they're
They're
no
not
no
that young.
that's not
No, I'm
true.
talking about at
Keenan
the key
Allen,
positions.
no,
You got
Now
no, it's
Keenan
not.
Allen
quarterback.
is at the tail end of his
Keenan
career.
Allen, no.
You know,
No,
Defensively,
Mike
but no, they
quarterback
Williams.
got
is
the
old.
other boy who showed up before he got hurt, the Palmer.
Ooh,
He
boy, the Bills is on their ass.
Yeah, so
Uh,
But
that's what I'm saying.
no.
They got
Far
Keenan.
as defensively, they still ain't pay Austin Eckler as well. So running back, they don't know either.
he had
Well,
a
Eckler,
down year
he
though.
wasn't
Defensively,
productive.
the
Eckler wasn't productive. I like the other guy
no,
over
it's
Eckler.
not. But it's
Eckler ain't
not
been
Eckler's
productive this
fault.
year,
But it's
Nah,
not Eckler's
it
fault. It's
wasn't his
Kellen
fault.
Moore's fault. It's
and
Kellen
plus he was
Moore's
hurt
fault.
too.
But
He on the
they're
back
no,
end of his
they
career.
have major contracts on their whole books. They're not young. The Chargers are not a young team. They're an
Yeah,
old
Khalil
team.
Mack is old. I mean,
Right.
they
You
got
got
Khalil
That's the
Joey
Mack.
only
Bosa.
one, man. That's what I'm
Joey
Joey
saying.
Bosa can't
Bosa.
stay healthy.
They're still playing. They're still got to pay J.C. Jackson's contract. They still owe him $20+ million over the next 2-3 years. They got a lot of contracts. That's not
Man, I
a.
don't care what
It
you
looks
say. The Chargers job, they got some pieces in place,
no,
some
but
young pieces.
you're saying that on paper. But when you look
But
at those
that's what I just
contracts,
said though. On
but no,
paper,
but
on
that
paper.
but once you see those contracts, it's not an attractive job. Everybody just say because they got Justin Herbert and it's attract. No,
But
you
what I'm
got to look
saying
at
with a
those
contract
contracts
though,
though.
those contracts can be reworked though to open up money. NFL, the G, and that's what they do all the
I
time.
get that, but they getting
So,
paid. It's way their cap hits is way higher to where the restructure is not even. It's beyond restructurable with them. And plus, they're in LA. That tax break, no, they stuck. They're paying other
So
players too. That's not on the team.
let me make my case of why I think that Ben Johnson is going to come here, right? Because to me, listen, I don't care how bad the Panthers look. Money is always going to talk. And one thing
Facts.
about our owner, he's going to cut a fucking check. He go cut a goddamn check. And they said If they said already, he's already been having. He met with. They said that he spent a good amount of time. You guys can go look at the report. I posted it in my comment section. It was on Bleacher Report. They said that David Tepper spent a good amount of time with Ben Johnson's agent during the owners meeting over the past week with his agent because obviously right now he can't meet with them, because all of the NFL rules and shit. So he met with his
Yeah,
agent.
to the divisional.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
so
Right.
they
think that
can meet
hold
with
no
him.
water, man, because
So
he called them. He met with them last year.
well,
But
but
He
here's
last
the
turned
year
it
he
difference
down.
though.
wasn't
But
ready
last year Ben
though.
Johnson wasn't ready to leave last year though.
Right.
He
He
wasn't ready
wasn't
to leave.
ready.
But
He's ready to
It had
go
nothing
now.
to do with the team though. It had nothing to do with
Yeah, I
us
don't
with
think
the
that had
team.
nothing to do with it. I think he wanted to stay one more year to see how far he can push Detroit into the
Right.
playoffs. That's what I
Right.
think it was.
Cause
but
same
But
how we
this
going
year,
how we gonna assume though? Because he met with the agent that he gonna be our next coach. He owners do that. They meet with agents all the time or with players and coaches all the time.
but
To
what I'm
say that he
saying
gonna be our
is,
next coach, that's
what I'm
not
saying
they don't
is,
hold no water.
all of the reports have shown so far
So
because
they still talking about. Go ahead.
Listen, Black Monday is only a couple weeks away. You got to understand that Black Monday is usually the first Monday in January. It's
But
only a
but
couple
but
weeks away.
but you got to
So,
also understand the politics of too. Being right now, Ben Johnson is the number one head coaching candidate coming out. So meaning
no, not
you think this
necessarily.
agent ain't met with other owners at the
no,
owners meeting about
I understand
for
that,
those
man, but
teams
that's
that we so this is what I'm saying. Just listen to
go
me.
ahead.
Hear me
Go
out.
ahead.
The fact is this he met with his agent. Okay. So what? But what I'm saying is this, like, there's still even there was a report today. They still throwing Belichick name around with us.
I
You
wouldn't be
think,
surprised at
but
that either.
you think Tepper don't? You think he ain't gonna try to go after him?
It's a possibility,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh
I
But
think
God,
it's
that's
a
I
what I'm
hope
yeah,
not.
possibility.
but I
I
don't
pray to
think that's.
God that that don't happen. I pray
But
to
no,
God that that don't
I
happen.
don't. I don't think we have to worry about Bill Belichick because the team that he's gonna go to is the Commanders. They have a new owner. They got new money,
But why
and
the
he's gonna
Commanders though?
because the Commanders owner just came in. David Tepper been here for quite a little bit.
I
This
mean,
guy's
it's
like
been. I
he
mean, he
and
been here
they
a few
got a
years.
veteran team. So their team is kind of already well put together. And he can draft his guy that he wants to get. They have the picks. That is tailor made for Bill Belichick
But
to
the Panthers
put
is
his
too because
restructure stamp in. But
Bill
no, it's
Belichick he wants to control of the roster decisions. So the
right. But
Panthers is
see, but we
attractive
already
opportunity.
got our quarterback
But
already.
no,
That
listen to me. Right. But what I'm saying is this: the Panthers is attracted to, and that's why Cam said what he said about Bill Belichick because Bill Belichick wants roster decision making. So meaning he wants to control who comes, who signs, and Bill. What we know, we already got our quarterback. You know what I'm saying? We know that he know that coming
but
in. Everybody knows that. But the fact is, every other aspect of the roster where we need help at, that's what makes it attractive for Bill. And it's again, he, Tepper gonna get him that control. You know what I'm
I'll tell
saying?
you why he's not gonna do that because what school did Mac Jones go to?
He went to Alabama.
Okay,
But
who
now we
is
ain't gonna
Nick said?
compare.
But
Now
hold on,
we ain't
wait a
gonna
minute. No, no, no,
compare.
no, no. I'm not
We're not gonna
comparing. Hold
compare
up.
Mac Jones to Bryce
Let
Young
me rock.
now.
No, no, that's not what
Yeah.
I'm doing. Let me
Okay.
rock. Let me rock. Let me rock. I got you. Who's the coach? Nick Saban. Who's
Okay.
cool? Who's cool? Who did David Tepper call? Nick Saban to ask about Bryce
Mm-hmm.
Young.
Right.
Okay? So Bryce Young, he already dealt with Bill Belichick with another quarterback, Bill Belichick. Who is he gonna call to ask about Bill Belichick? Nick Saban. Nick Saban gonna tell you that's not a good idea for Bryce. It's not a good idea for Bryce, and he's not gonna come here. Somebody like that's why you keep hearing Ben Johnson because he called Nick Saban. Nick
Yeah.
Saban about that. Nick Saban is the one that's trying to get Mac Jones off of the team. What was the
Yeah,
report
because
that
he was
Nick Saban?
drafted. I mean, I'm an Alabama fan. Mac Jones was drafted way too high to where his skill level
Right,
presented itself. Like
exactly.
so
He was supposed to be a 49er, but they ended up drafting Trey
Trey
Lance.
Lance.
you
Exactly
know,
the point. And Nick Saban was
I
the one who, because Bill Belichick called Nick Saban to ask, hey, should we draft Mac? Because they was going to draft somebody else. It
yeah,
wasn't
because
going to
I
Yeah.
draft him. So
to
Nick
me,
Saban has got a lot of pull on if Bill is going to come here. And Bill is not going to come here because he didn't do Mac Jones as solid.
So
Now Mac Jones is trash, but he has not
hold
done
on, hold
nothing
on,
for
hold
Mac
on,
Jones.
Christian. Let me say this too. If you asking me, man, it's coming down to three people. Like if three people, but I do think that Ben Johnson, I'm actually going to put my stamp on it, man. I think that he's going to be the guy to come to Carolina, and there's a lot of reasons for that, man. Like a lot of reasons. You talking about attractive jobs? I don't think that the Chicago Bears are going to fire Eberflus, and I'm going to tell you why. They're not going to fire Eberflus, man, because the Bears have actually played well, man. They're 3-1 over their last 4 games. They've actually played pretty well over the last couple of weeks. Justin Fields is a franchise quarterback. No, they're not going to draft. They're not going to draft Caleb Williams or any of
No,
that
that's
that
stupid.
bullshit. They're not going to do that. Justin Fields is a franchise quarterback, man. He's a franchise quarterback that should have been the Carolina Panthers quarterback, but we ain't gonna talk about that. So I don't think Eberflus is going to get fired. The Raiders may already have their coach in Antonio Pierce. He's done a pretty good job, man, with their team. At minimum, the Raiders have learned their lesson about letting interim head coaches walk away. Right?
Yep.
They
And I'll
allowed the
give you a
guy.
little secret too. They
Yeah,
trading up to number
yeah. The
one
Raiders
for Caleb
allowed.
Williams.
Yeah, the Raiders. Yeah, they probably will trade up because they need a quarterback. The Raiders allowed their interim coach last year to walk away, and that was a bad decision. They're not going to make the same mistake twice this year. I think Antonio Pierce will get a good chance to be the full time head coach there in Oakland. He's going to have to bring in a good offensive staff and make some changes. But to me, I don't see Ben Johnson going out there because you got to think about it. Division, the situation you're going to makes all of the difference in the world as well. Why would anybody want to go coach a Raiders team that's in the same conference as the Kansas City Chiefs? What makes the Panthers such an attractive job is that the NFC South is terrible, right? You,
Awful.
you're you're not you're not battling with a lot of good teams in the NFC South. So if you come here and you know that you have a rookie quarterback on a rookie deal where he's not going to be paid probably for another 3 seasons, and you can probably franchise tag him again. That's going to give you a ton of cap space for you to spend whatever you got to spend in free agency. No, we don't have a first round pick, but we probably going to have the number one second round pick, which is just as good as a late first rounder, right?
Well, we
So you
might well trade. We traded Brian Burns. That sealed the
right.
delivery.
So you have that to build on, and on top of that, man, you're going to come here with a blank canvas. It's not going to be a ton of pressure for you to come in and win right away because I think with Tepper, the thing. Listen, if Frank Wright would have shown that this team was actually making progression, he would still be the head coach right now, even if we had a losing record, right?
Yep.
All the team had to do was show some type of progression. I don't think that Tepper, if this team was sitting at 4 to 5 wins right now, I think Frank Wright would still be our coach right now.
He
I, I, I
would.
really, I really
And they
feel like
showed
that if
no
this
heart
team,
either.
right, I think that what it was that the team, he lost the locker room. The locker room to believe in his message. Obviously, other coaches, they were talking behind his back. I just think that he just wasn't the right guy for the job at the end of the
And
day.
and the main reason that no one brought up is that, and this came out early in the season, Frank Wright job security was directly tied to development of Bryce Young.
Bryce Young, exactly.
So Bryce wasn't developing,
He wasn't
under his, and there was no signs like, damn, this, it was is again, they brought him in
to develop Bryce.
that's why supposedly we hired him over Wilkes, is
Yeah,
for him to direct the time to be the quarterback whisperer for him and McCown. So,
right.
you know,
Yeah, that
Bryce
trash
wasn't
dude.
wasn't showing no signs of progression. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's certain milestones. Even Frank, I don't know if y'all seen his response. They posted last week. He said they didn't hit certain milestones in the season, and that's due to Bryce. Due to his development. So they had certain
So,
milestones in the season that they were supposed to hit. So we had to let him go because he was,
so
again, when you spend that much to get a number one quarterback, again, you can't have a situation like Washington did when they gave up all that to get RG3. You know,
yeah.
you
So
can't have it fail. Like you can't have Bryce cannot fail because that's gonna set us back. If Bryce fail, right, and not be the guy that we think he can be,
that's
that's
setting us
gonna
back
set the
more
back
years.
even further.
Right,
You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? Like it's so when you already done lost the fans,
right. The
it,
fans,
you
the fans are completely lost. You could tell by the stadium today, man. That they already, the fans is already lost for the season, man. So
I mean, yeah, you can't. You can't blame him. It is what it is. But the fact, but Tepper had again. He a businessman. He had to make a decision whether it was either gonna happen then
or this
what's gonna
all
happen?
season.
Yeah, and also, so really don't matter there. So I mean, the next guy, all I want is this next coach, whoever it is, and I don't have a take. I
Hold on,
prefer
before
one
you
guy.
say that though,
Go ahead.
before you get into that, man, I'm gonna let you finish that, but let me finish the what I was saying about why I think Ben Johnson makes the most sense, man.
Go ahead.
So again, we talked about the NFC South and how much of an open division that it is. Because you got to remember something. Even if Tampa Bay end up winning, and Tampa Bay was the team that I picked to win the NFC South at the beginning of the season anyway. But if they come up and end up winning, that's still an aging team, man. They got a lot of older players on their roster. Mike Evans is in year 11, year 12 of his career. Chris Godwin is getting up there in age.
The
Uh, you
defense
know, and you,
old.
yeah, he's getting up there. The defense got a bunch of old players and shit on it, man. Levante Davis, he been playing
Same
in the
with the
league for a
Saints.
minute. So they're an older team than the Saints. The truth is about the Saints, man. Their quarterback situation ain't even really figured out. And then on top of that, Dennis Allen, man, I never believed in him as a coach anyway. So the NFC South is wide open. The Falcons, until they address their quarterback position, yes, they made some strides this year. I think we saw a little bit more out of them. But their problem is that they still haven't fixed the quarterback position. So to me, they're still not. Even if they trade up to go get a quarterback this year, they're still in problem. They're still going to have to go through a rookie quarterback next year. So the NFC South is what makes this team. This shit is an attractive destination. Yeah, I hear what you're saying about coming to Tepper and all of the bad. But look, man, somebody made the best point about this shit on YouTube. Man, I was watching one of these analysts. They said it. Listen, it's a reason why the Panthers done fired goddamn four coaches in the last 5 years. It's because none of them have been any good. None of them have been any good. You don't just fire coaches back to back, man. If the coaches was actually doing something, they're not doing anything. All the results have been the same. It's been bad. So credit your owner for at least swinging for the goddamn fences until we can find somebody that can actually show some damn progression, some progress. So with Ben Johnson, he's the offensive mind that you need. Look how he revived Jared Goff's career, man. If you didn't believe it, you should have saw Jared Goff yesterday against the Broncos, man. One of the top defenses. Jared Goff threw for fucking 5 touchdowns yesterday. Winning saying, I'm mad, I'm hurt because I set him on the fucking bench in fantasy, man, because he was trashed the week before. And he's probably the reason why I'm going to lose in the goddamn playoffs this week in fantasy. Because Goff went fucking nuts, man. I benched that motherfucker. He went fucking nuts. But you see the formula, and he's bringing that culture that Detroit has over there. Campbell has a tough fucking mindset culture in Detroit.
Now, absolutely, and I will piggyback on what you said, but also, you know, it's their entire outfit. And Detroit has drafted well the last couple of years. Because look, with Jameer Gibbs, even they done well the free agent,
Aiden
bring David
Hutchinson.
Montgomery, and also the receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown drafted him. Bro, they've done their offense. They've built their offense to what it is now, right? Like that's what Yeah, Ben Johnson, he's a great coordinator, and he's turned. But let's talk about they drafted well and
Yeah, they
and done
have.
well in free
Yeah, that's why
agency.
you pick a good GM though.
Jamison
Yeah, yeah. You got it. That's
Williamson
that's
from
all.
Alabama, the other receiver, the tight end, the rookie tight end, he having a hell of a year.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sam
Sam
Laporta
Yeah,
Laporta.
from
Laporter. I mean,
Iowa.
so let's talk about that's what the Panthers. Again, we can bring Ben Johnson in, and he may do a great job, and I hope he does.
You're not gonna
But
see it right away, though,
we
man. That
gotta
Detroit
Yeah,
team wasn't built
no.
right away.
we
Yeah,
gotta
no.
be.
They started out free agency wise,
Yeah,
But that's
yeah.
what I'm
then
saying.
they got
It takes they did free agency and they drafted well. Is
yeah. That's
so
what we
now
have.
we
That's what
just
we in
That's
seeing,
position to
what we
do.
got to do.
so again, man, whatever next coach come in here, and again, but the real issue with the Panthers, yes, the coaches, it's been some bad, but also we haven't made the right moves in the draft as well as in free agency.
That's true.
So
Yeah,
it
and
takes
that's the
all that. It
problem
can't
with
just be.
GM.
We can't just
GM.
put it on
That's
the
GM
coach
too.
every year. Like we can't just say, oh well, hell,
You
this
got to fire
motherfucker can't
Scott
coach.
Fitterer, man.
But I'm saying
Fitterer got
it's
to
a
go.
yeah. It's like it's bigger than that. Even should I think Fred should have got fired? Absolutely, but it wasn't a total blame on him. The
Well, no,
reason.
it definitely was. It
It's a
definitely
big
was
part of the
a
blame on him.
big
No, it's a
part of
part.
it,
Yeah, he's
like
a part. But
major
what I'm
part.
saying is it's from the organizational standpoint, man. Even going back a few years ago, trading for Stephon Gilmore, trading for C.J. Henderson,
That's GM.
trading up for Matt Corral. Who ain't, those guys who I just named, Stephon and Matt Corral, they ain't even on the fucking team no more. So
Yeah, that was
that's what
awful.
I'm saying. It ain't just
Gave up
we
draft
made
picks for that.
bad moves, man. Like in the draft and also trading. You know what I'm saying? We made bad. We had again the organizational standpoint from the GM down. We got to get better in that aspect. So whether it's bringing a new GM in, or giving somebody somebody else control of the shit, man. But we gotta start making the right moves in free agency and in the draft, man. Like,
That's
cause
where it started at. That's
yeah,
where it
that's
Yeah,
started.
it starts next year because I don't think David Tepper's a bad owner. I just think that because I wish we would have had him with Cam because he would have found a nigga for Cam. I
yeah,
mean, he would have found a nigga for Cam and paid the money to get him weapons. So I applaud him for doing the things he's doing. Far as trying to spend the money, he's not a bad owner. That's the thing that gets the misconception. He's making bad decisions.
yeah,
That's the problem,
yeah,
and that's the problem with him. He's like he wants to win a Super Bowl. He wants to get it done.
absolutely, yeah. He wants to
But
win,
I
yeah.
just think that this is what happens when you got new owner with new money. They think they can buy a championship, and I understood that from the jump. Like, man, we're gonna have this phase, and I knew that he would want to phase out what was old. I didn't have a problem with him getting rid of the old regime. I mean,
Nah,
not
me either.
Cam. I had a problem with that, but outside of Cam, I didn't have a problem with that because you want to put your own stamp of approval on what you want, and that's no problem. But make the right decisions and make the right decisions right now. So he is trying to make the right
He,
decisions right now. What he's doing, and I think that free agency we have to hit. Either we got to get T. Higgins or
we
we got
got,
to get
yeah,
Michael Pittman.
we
That
got
is
to
the
hit in
two
net.
guys.
Yep.
We got to get Michael Pittman or T. Higgins.
Free agency, we got
Nothing
to do
less.
well, and we got to
Yes.
Yep.
do well in the draft, man. Because so meaning Tepper again, we know he wants to win. He just ain't brought the put the right guys around him. Again, you need
Right.
somebody. I'm talking about from the top down. You know,
Yeah, he need
that know
football people
football.
around
That
him.
know football, what it takes to build a
Right.
team. You see what I'm saying? That's the GM, either the president of the team. Like you look at some of these other teams, they have, the owner, but then they have a president of football operations, a guy who ran the whole
Yep.
show, then the
And I think
GM
we
under
got
him.
that right now. Is
So
with
right,
what's the
Suleiman.
guy? Yeah.
Ain't it
so
Suleiman?
I forgot the
No,
guy's
I forgot too, but I'm not. But I know I see a lot of people giving David Tepper slack for not firing the GM. But I understand why he don't want to do it. It's like it's a waste of time trying to put somebody else in place or just have it vacant. Like you just creating a whole. Like, look, hey, we're gonna fire him at the end of the day. We're gonna fire him at this
I mean,
time
yeah,
and
we
do
got
it.
to. I mean, we got to. Cause if you look back at what Federer has done, I'm just talking about roster moves and with the draft. Like this roster, man, hasn't been constructed, to for winning football. Not yet. Now,
Nah,
Nah,
when you
they
say you want to
haven't.
give him
nah,
another year, to see what he can do, in the offseason and in the draft, okay, I'm okay with giving
no.
Federer another year.
I
You
don't.
know,
I'm not.
I
I'm
I, I
I mean,
can't
not
give
I'm
him
because
another
saying
chance.
it's
we crossed that road. I mean,
but
because
but yeah,
you've met like now it's like dude, you've been here with three coaches that have been fired. You got to
Right.
go. It's at this point
Yeah.
you
I
cannot
think
keep him. No matter if it wasn't all his fault, the fact that you were still here, you and everybody else is fired.
it's
We done
gone.
fired
Yeah,
yeah.
three
I,
new
I
groups.
think I agree with
No,
you, Christian. I think that Scott Fitterer is still a part of that losing culture. I think that you got to get him out of the building, man, because he's a part of that cancer. You know what I'm saying? And again, man, like if we really want to be technical, man, he's also a big part of the reason why we're in the situation that we're in because he has to sign off on these trades no matter if the coaches ask for him or not. You get what I'm saying?
right.
So you know, uh, like Big Bro was making points of, the picks that you gave up, man, for giving up Bryce, man, to get Bryce, giving up DJ Moore, uh,
yeah,
you know, giving up,
We should have kept
all of the
CMC at
picks you
this
gave up for
point.
Sam Darnold,
yeah, man. It's
giving up picks for fucking Baker Mayfield. Like
yep.
again,
B.J.
I blame that
Henderson.
shit on Scott Fitterer. Scott Fitterer got to be fired at the end of the season, man. He got
Yeah,
to go.
it's a
Yeah,
lot,
that
man. It's
CMC shit is his fault. Like the CMC shit and the
And what
and
have
not
those
trading
picks
the
turned
first
into?
round picks.
Everything that we got
Nothing.
for CMC, what have those picks turned into?
Nothing.
That's
Well,
my that's what I'm
DJ
saying.
Johnson. I mean, now we
That's
gonna
the
give
point.
that some time.
Yeah, yeah,
Mingo.
yeah.
I
You gonna
mean,
give him some
we. I
time?
mean,
Well, yeah, he
we.
got
I mean,
time,
if
but
you want to give Mingo some time, but I mean, right
Nah,
now
yeah, Migo
they're
rookie,
not
man.
looking
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
They're
you got
not looking good right now at
nah.
all. Nothing about those picks are looking good. I
Yeah,
do think we
the
need to
only thing
go
that
ahead.
Federer that we can say that he has hit on, and I think it was under his regime was what Derek Brown.
No,
yeah.
that was before him. Right before. No, that was right the year before he came.
Oh, was that under Marty Herney?
Nah, I think
Believe
Derrick
so.
Brown was in the Scott
No,
Fitter
no,
era.
it wasn't. It wasn't. He came the year after. He came the year after.
I
He came when we drafted J.C. Horn.
But Brown
Who
came
Scott
after
Brown?
J.
Oh,
Brown
you
Scott
came
saying
after
Fitter.
that
J.C.
Federer
Horn.
came?
No, Scott Fitter was there with J.C. Horn. He came.
He
Derek
draft?
Brown got drafted. He drafted J.C. Horn.
J.C.
Oh,
Horn
Scott
was Scott
Fitterer. Okay.
Fitterer's first pick,
Yes, first
and
pick.
then Brown came the next year after J.C. Horn.
No,
That's
Brown
hold
came
on.
before J.C.
Brown
Horn.
came. I think he came. Hold on.
He
Look at
came a
that.
Before?
year before.
Let's
Yeah, it was
see.
a year before. Yeah, it was a year before because he was here when we had Hassan ready.
Uh, I don't
Yeah,
know, man.
Derek
Somebody got to
Brown.
check that. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember.
Oh,
But
I'm serious. He was. It was a right. It
Cook is
was a
running
year
all
right
over their
before.
defense.
I'm
It
about
was
to
a
look.
year
Let me see.
right
Let me
before.
see.
Derek Brown came first, and he came in. That was one of Matt Rule's first things he did with it was getting Derek Brown. He got Derek Brown.
Derek Brown. Let's see.
I thought Horn came first, then it was Brown, but I could
I'm
be
looking it
tripping.
up
No,
now.
J.C. Horn came with when we had traded for Sam Darnold. That was that year. We had traded for Sam Darnold instead, and then we didn't draft a quarterback.
Because I just don't remember Derek Brown being on the team when J.C. Horn first got hurt. But again, I could be completely wrong, man. I'm
Yeah,
not
he
100.
was here. He
Yeah,
was here.
yeah, man.
So
Nick
it says Derek Brown was drafted. Uh,
2020, right?
yeah, it says
29.
2020. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scott
So
Fitter wasn't here. That was the
Scott
first
Fitterer was
year.
here. He
No,
Fitterer
he
done been
wasn't.
here
He
for
no,
for
he
for
came 20.
three seasons.
He came 2021. He wasn't
Yep.
here. He
First round of the
2020.
2020 NFL draft.
Yeah,
That's
he
when Derek
wasn't here
Brown was
yet.
drafted.
That was Matt Rule first year. He wasn't here. He wasn't here that year.
Let's see.
Yeah, Scott
Scott
Fitter came
Fitter.
2021.
Okay, Scott Fitter.
I swear Fitz was because
I'm about
JC
to tell
got
you.
drafted in 2019. Well, no,
No,
no, JC
2020.
got drafted 2021. That's right.
Yeah, and that's when
Yeah,
Scott Fitter came.
yeah. No doubt, man. But man, hey,
Yeah, he
we about
did.
to.
You're right. 2021, he came. Yep.
Yeah, JC Horn came
21.
to next. Hey, I'm about to shut this shit down though, man. I'm about to watch the rest of this Dallas and Buffalo game, man. Hey, shout out to everybody pulling up to the channel today, man. As always, Life is Just a Way motherfucking podcast. Touchdown Buffalo. Buffalo is kicking Dallas ass right now,
For
14
the
to
moment.
0. Um, you know, look, man, 2 and 12. It was good to, be on the winning side of things, man. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So, we happy for that at least, man, to have a victory Monday tomorrow and to get back in the win column. Obviously, man, it has no indications on the season or any indications on anything whatsoever. 3 games left in the year, man. 3 regular season games left. Let's see how this team, man, responds, off of this. I know we got one tough game really left, man, Jacksonville, and I think that game is next week, if I'm not mistaken. It's on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, we got the Packers.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's yeah, we play the Packers. Yep.
we play the Packers, and then we play Jacksonville, and then I think we end the
We
season
finished up.
against
Yeah, we
Tampa
finished up
Bay.
with Tampa Bay at home in January.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so we
we
got
may not
two
get another
L's and
one.
then a possible.
Yeah, we may not get another one, man. I think that Green Bay game is gonna be a real tough game. Green Bay, matter of fact, I think they lost today, but it was a close game.
Yeah,
And
they
then
lost against the
Jacksonville
Bucks.
is obviously going to be playing for playoff hopes and position. So and then we got to go to Jacksonville for that game. So
Yeah, can't
I
hear
will
you,
be
man.
at that.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
will
can
be
y'all
at
hear
that
me?
game.
Can y'all hear me? Yo, yo.
Yeah, I can't hear you, Waves.
Can everybody hear me?
I can hear you, Waves.
Oh yeah, I don't know what's going on,
I
big
don't know
bro.
what's. I can't hear.
Uh, but man, it was good to get a win today, man. We closer and closer to the off season. You guys are going to start hearing more and more rumors come out as we get closer to the end of the season.
Yeah, can you hear him?
We can hear you, man. Yeah, we can hear we can hear you.
Hold on, I'm gonna go
Damn,
out.
man, Brock
Back in.
Purdy just got hurt. Brock Purdy just
What?
took a bad hit, man. He just got hurt.
Oh,
Um,
well,
we're gonna go ahead, man, to close this thing down. Listen, any news that I hear, I will be posting it in the community section. We will be live again, man, next Sunday after the Packers game. Look, enjoy the week, man. We beat the Falcons. Hell, this is our Super Bowl of the season. At least we got one divisional win in here, man. So I'm definitely excited about that, man. Fuck the Falcons. Keep pounding, everybody. Till next week. Appreciate you, Christian. Everybody
yeah,
pulling
no
up, man. Y'all see
problem.
the cash app scrolling across the screen. Everybody be blessed. Till next time.